transsexual gospel tries to reduce the differences between male and female to the merely cosmetic, but that does not stack up, not in terms of common sense, as an everyday observation, and not in terms of science. Two Israeli scientists recently published a paper, The Landscape of Sex Differential Transcriptome and its Consequent Selection in Human Adults. Don't be put off by the esoteric title. Their findings can be grasped by the layman. In short, the genetic makeup of men and women is clearly different. We are not simply different in our anatomy, we are different in other physiological systems as well. Petrovsky and Gersony identified around 6,500 genes with activity that was biased towards one sex or the other in at least one tissue. For example, they found genes that were highly expressed in the skin of men relating to that of women, and they realized that these were related to the growth of body hair. Gene expression for muscle building was higher in men, that for fat storage was higher in women. In short, our maleness and femaleness is not merely a sexual difference. It goes to the root of our identity as two distinct human modalities. You can use a knife to alter external sexual anatomy. You can apply a hormone to alter internal sexual chemistry. But such changes are superficial. They leave intact the profound transcendent nature of masculine and feminine. Elizabeth Elliot summarized the male-female distinctive this way, quote, "Our sexual differences are the terms of our life, and to obscure them in any way is to weaken the very fabric of life itself." End of quote. In another more rational time, this transsexual concept would be called insanity. In the postmodern era, we create worlds of illusion where we deny the basic essential facts. In such a delusional world, why limit the trans discussion to gender? Why not trans race, trans species, trans age? White American Rachel Dolezal portrayed herself as black. She became president of the NAACP chapter in Spokane, Washington. Her white parents challenged her claim, but she insisted she was black. If a white woman identifies herself as black, does that make it so? Richard Hernandez identified himself as a female dragon. He used hormones and surgery to transition from male to female and changed his appearance from a human to a dragon. He identifies as not only transsexual, but also trans species. This is not to ridicule. Here's the question. How is the Christ follower to show love and compassion in the face of such profound confusion? Some Christians seem to believe that the only loving response is to accept this kind of disorientation, to embrace the individual with unconditional love. But is this the way of love? Richard Hernandez has abandoned reality. He's believing a myth. In mythology, dragons can fly. The Chase Tower is the tallest building in Phoenix, Arizona. It would be acting consistently with Richard's belief if he went to the top of it to demonstrate he was a flying dragon. If you were his friend, what would be the loving thing? Dissuade him from his folly or cheer him as he jumps? Rachel and Richard declaring themselves to be something they're not, a black woman and a female dragon, does not make it so. But their stories show the impact of the postmodern narrative to suppress and supplant truth. To deny reality is ultimately to harm yourself and those closest to you. Love demands the truth, that those in danger may be rescued from the consequences of their delusion. Suppose your daughter aspired to be a ballerina and was gifted at dance, but then developed a cancerous growth in her leg. A doctor concludes that she can save your daughter's life only by removing the cancer, but the operation would end her dreams. As a parent, what would you do? Authorize the surgery to save your daughter's life, or deny reality so she could dance a little longer? Which would be the more loving? Would you love someone enough to help them see through the delusional haze of postmodernism into the wonderful reality that marks the terms of life itself?